Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the SwishPod, second installment. We got Nick, Mac, Bruce. I'm your host, KJ. And today, our Wednesday episode, we're going to start off every Wednesday episode with a start, bench, and cut. So without further ado, who we got today?
So we're going to do Prime Paul Pierce, Prime Melo, Prime Clay.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about this. I'm going to start Prime Melo. Not even being biased. Just, I'm going to start.
It's hard to think you're not biased. But
I'm not.
I agree with that.
I think you're getting hard down there.
I think it'll be Prime Melo, then Prime Clay, and then cut Pierce.
I'm between Melo and Paul Pierce. If Paul Pierce didn't win the championship, I would say it's Melo, no question. Paul Pierce won the championship. Melo in his prime was the top 3 scorer of all time in his prime.
Prime Paul Pierce might have been that guy.
I know, and he won a chip. I'm
going to
go Paul Pierce.
Moments.
I'm gonna go Paul Pierce off the championship. Melo 2, Clay 3.
Melo 2.
I'd probably have to go start Paul Pierce, bench Clay, cut Melo.
Yeah.
Because the thing,
cut Melo.
Yeah.
In his prime.
No.
To me, y'all sleeping on he didn't sleep on Clay. But Clay might. This is
Clay,
tougher than it's because Clay is not the same as them.
He's a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he's still nice.
I just figured out the difference
also,
between all three.
I know
Clay
I
was
put
never the
Melo
best player on
and
his team.
Clay both and just cut Paul Pierce. I don't know. I feel like they're not similar, but
I feel like
Bro,
Paul Pierce is different than them too. Way different.
Prime Melo is different than both of them.
No, I
though.
think Paul Pierce
Prime Melo-
and Melo.
They're
are
all
the same
scorers, they're
type
all
of
I get
scorers.
so, you know,
Like I said, the reason I cut Clay is because he was never the best player on his team. Melo was the best player on his team,
Yeah.
and Paul Pierce was the best player on his team. So
Yeah.
that's what
I
made my
think-
decision.
that's very
Yeah,
true.
I
So
gotta-
I say I'll start Melo, I'll bench Pierce, and I'll cut
Yeah,
Clay
no,
because
that's
of that.
better.
That's a
When
good
you drop 37 and a quarter without taking a dribble.
But
Oh, yeah.
when you have Steph Curry to worry about, if it was just
Yeah.
Clay, does he do that?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
When OKC was up 3-1, Clay saved that shit.
Yeah.
They're all three of them are great players. So it's a hard argument. Actually,
I think you're right. I think I'm going to go, yeah.
That's actually a perfect
Melo,
3
Pierce,
players.
and Clay.
That's actually a
I got
perfect 3 players you need for
Yeah,
that.
dude. That was
Yeah.
it.
It's a tough one.
We got
He went
another one?
2012. Melo, what? Scoring title? Only because, KD got hurt, but 2012, Melo scored.
Like I said,
title.
Melo in
But
his
he was-
prime is a top 3 scorer of all time. You
And that
can't
was-
deny that.
And he might not be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Melo is that guy.
You want to do
Yeah.
one more? Current players right now? Even though 2 current players are in that. SGA, Fox, Ja Morant.
Okay.
I think that's a good 3 right there. That's pretty
SGA,
tough.
Fox, Morant. I'm starting Morant. The way Morant's playing.
Yeah.
Starting Morant.
Okay.
Who's the other one? SGA, who else?
SGA and De'Aaron Fox.
Shit. I'm going to start Ja and bench Fox. And then cut SGA.
I think it would be stupid of me to say I'm not going to start John Morant. I do think in 3-4 years,
Yep.
if SGA has some teammates, I think he could be as good as Ja, if not better. But as of now, I'm going to start Ja,
Yeah.
bench SGA, and cut De'Aaron Fox.
He literally said this same thing.
See, y'all are different. Why can Fox not be this? De'Aaron Fox is good.
He's good.
If you flip De'Aaron Fox and Ja Morant, De'Aaron Fox might not be the same, but he's nice.
Again, all 3 of them are nice.
Yeah.
I just think De'Aaron
And De'Aaron Fox is the best
isn't-
defender on that list.
True.
Yeah, SGA is a pretty
Bro,
good
I was
defender,
literally thinking
too.
about it in the car all day today. In 2 to 3 years, SGA is going to be a fucking problem.
But if
Yeah.
you give De'Aaron Fox maybe an athletic big to move with him,
Yeah.
You can say the same thing about SGA, though.
Going-
Who the fuck do they have in OKC?
but his play style is not like De'Aaron Fox's play style is again that pace. Whereas
De'Aaron Fox
SGA is I'm gonna get you a
De'Aaron Fox
bucket.
is
Yo.
pass first, but SGA can play that style of go of pick.
But again, like
pick
the
and
Lakers
roll.
get somebody like De'Aaron Fox. If you trade De'Aaron Fox or Westbrook,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, yeah,
Different.
it's different.
and one is considered a lot better than the other one. I might take Westbrook over Ja Morant in a bubble, in a vacuum. I might take Fox over Westbrook. Just 'cause, again, Fox gives you that speed.
Yeah.
He gives you that athleticism. But again, he can slow it down too. Fox is good at slowing down and getting to a mid-range pull-up. Or
Go-
getting to that lob.
Going,
I think
moving
SGA
at that
is better at
speed.
that too.
But SGA moves a little awkward,
You got-
where I feel like
Yeah.
Fox is very fluid.
He's very what's the word?
Unorthodox.
Unorthodox and plays with that weird pace where he gets to
Kinda
where
like
he wants
Kyrie.
on the court.
To my SGA?
Yeah.
SGA
Oh,
gets
yeah.
to where he wants on the court, but it doesn't always look great. But he gets to his spots like a Luka. Gets to his
That's what he
spots
said.
and
Listen,
Like-
going back to last week's episode when Nick was talking about the players or you were talking about OKC, the Oklahoma Thunder in general.
Yeah.
You always every year you can't You're gonna build around him. Going to SGA, you say it'd be good in 3 to 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to put something with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They got the
You gotta
draft
Well, that's the other
picks.
thing.
That's with him.
They have
the
like
other thing
22
is-
draft picks out of the next, I don't know, like 4
I
or 5
think
years,
you
something
could
like that.
build a team more around SGA than you can De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Style play.
Yeah, exactly the style play.
But one thing that pissed me off was the other day, I think I'm on Instagram, it was a start bench cut of Ja, Tyler Hero, and SGA. The amount of people I saw in the comments that bench Hero and cut SGA,
Yeah, that's,
those kids don't, just casuals. Casuals. They don't watch games.
yeah, that's stupid.
I could see Hero. Hero is different than SG. Obviously, SJ's are better at some things, but Hero is better at other things.
Yeah, but like a lot of those kids watch. You see more Heat games than you do OKC.
That's
You
true.
know?
That's
Put it
very
like
true.
this: if you're gonna build around one player, Tyler Hero or SGA, what's the
Oh,
no
don't
doubt?
ask me that question.
Yeah,
Obviously, SG.
what's the no
SGA,
doubt?
yeah.
But if you need a shooter, you probably pick Hero.
Yeah, if you need a shooter.
Some people got different values, so I might start De'Aaron Fox, cut John Morant, and bench. SGA. I
Wow.
mean, cut SGA. Cut SGA.
Very
Yeah,
high.
Shot
I feel like with De'Aaron and Ja, either.
I feel like
start.
De'Aaron's closer to Ja than De'Aaron is to SGA in the opposite direction. As just an overall basketball player.
I think SGA is actually plays a much different game than those two do. I think De'Aaron Fox and John Moran.
De'Aaron Fox is a point guard. SGA is a hooper.
Bro, SGA
Yeah.
plays at a slow pace but gets to where he needs
He's
to.
a-
And,
he gets
to
and he's
the rim. He
fast.
gets
If
to
he
the
wants to
rim.
turn
Yeah.
those jets on, he will.
Yep.
He's a faster Luka.
Facts, but then again, he's got again. You see him stop on a diamond shooter jumper, and watch De'Aaron Fox stop on a diamond shooter
Yeah.
jumper. It's a different game.
Well, De'Aaron Fox is like physically, speed, agility like that. No doubt, he's got.
In
In
He's
the
also
also
league
been-
today,
he's-
you need that at the
the
one.
fastest
He's
NBA
also been in the
player.
league for a lot. I think like
4
3,
years.
4 more years
4 years.
more than SGA.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who?
Fox and
Fox came into the league
Yeah.
what 2015?
Same
Yeah.
draft as Lonzo.
Yes, same draft
Yeah,
class as
so
Lonzo
4 years.
because I remember their parents were going back and forth on Twitter or
actually, no,
whatever.
SGA probably came in one
Like
year
20.
later.
And
2 years
and I would
later?
actually say that. Who would you-
SGA was
Lon-
2 years after.
I don't know why I said 3 or 4.
So
yeah.
he got drafted 2017. Yeah, 2017.
Yeah.
2016, 2017 season,
Yeah.
I think.
17-18. 17-18.
So what he's got? That means that gives him an extra 2.
Yeah.
So hey, well, that was a good way to start off. So now we got was pretty much was the game of the night. It was the DeMar DeRozan show.
Mm-hmm.
Scored 38 points, playing the 4. Anthony Davis is guarding him on defense. Westbrook's coming down the court. Anthony Davis is checking DeRozan. So what we got to say about him?
I mean, to be honest, I think it was more of like low key the Lonzo show.
He did show up.
Lonzo did show out,
He was the
yeah.
most impressive out of all of that.
Shot 7 to 10
I
from 3.
think
Because
that's-
you know DeMar could do that.
Yeah, I think
40
that's
with
what
AD
makes-
guarding you is tough.
That's what
Yeah.
makes
That's
the
a little more
Bulls-
than I gave him.
Yeah,
I didn't
true.
know he had that. He was ISOing, midi,
True.
back screen, lay.
I-
and he wants all
Bro,
the smoke.
when DeMar gets to the mid range, man, you can say
Crazy.
it's
goodbye,
not,
bro.
it's not like a
Yeah.
guard
You
is
can
in
wave
front of him.
goodbye.
It's
Yeah,
bigs in front of him.
Yeah,
He's-
you can say
don't
goodbye.
care.
Like
He's
he
dead
said,
there.
as soon as you said DeMar, you said Lonzo. That's why I think Chicago could really be a threat this year because
Yeah.
they got so much guys they could go to. Their
Yep.
guards aren't working. And Levine's probably their
Vucevic
best
didn't
player.
even play last
being
night. I
honest.
know LeBron didn't play, but
And that's
imagine
the other thing.
Vucevic.
If their guards aren't playing good, you feed the post a little bit, get
Yeah.
Vucevic involved. They got a lot
Big
of
man who
talent,
could
man.
shoot.
And like you said, Kobe White's back.
Yeah, off the
I forgot
bench.
about him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have a starting backcourt off your bench.
Yeah.
Caruso and Kobe White could be starters.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
Bulls.
on a lot of
The other
teams.
two wasn't there.
Yep.
And the city of Chicago, bro. Like I said, the fans are
That
crazy. over
energy,
there,
Yeah.
so.
bro. That
Their
place
home,
was
yo, their
jumping.
home games low key remind me of like the Warriors back at Oracle, like how
The
hype
energy,
they
yeah, the
get.
energy's crazy.
I used to be
over
like a huge Derrick Rose fan. That brings me back to those days. Like,
Yeah.
You haven't seen fucking the United Center like that in a
Yeah.
long time.
But they say the Bulls played against Lakers, Sixers, Suns, all
Yeah.
these top contending teams. They went 6-3 without their starting power
Yeah.
forward and center.
A lot of people
Against
say it's
all playoff
it's
teams,
way
top
too early
tier
in the
teams.
season, but like I think the Bulls are just gonna keep getting better and better.
Like those 8
Yeah,
teams
you
we
would
talked
think,
about
right?
last
They're all
episode,
playing-
they played all
Yeah.
those teams and they're winning. And not even just winning, they're low-key whooping teams' ass.
Yeah, and all these guys just started playing with each other this year. Think about that.
And I still
Levine-
think Levine is getting obviously DeRozan's who I think Levine is getting better.
Yeah,
He's gonna be, of
What did he
course.
drop? 40, I think, right?
Nah,
Nah,
Levine this game had 26.
He only had 26.
Lonzo
Only.
at 27.
Lonzo had 27. How much more you want them to
they
score?
had
DeRozan
three
DeRozan
guys
had
over
40.
25.
Yeah. The one at 38.
I thought I.
Tamar had 38, Levine had 26, and Lonzo had 27.
The other thing that's good to see from the Bulls is that like you usually like when these stars come together, it takes a little while to like figure out. All right, he's gonna get the ball here, he's gonna get the ball there.
Yeah, they shared.
Like
it.
they all just put up 25 together. Like,
And I think
that's
DeMar
pretty
DeRozan,
good this early in the
DeMar DeRozan
year.
and Zach Levine deserve a lot of credit for that. Superstars don't
Yep.
do that.
That's what I'm
Yo,
saying. They
they
usually don't do
One
that.
thing that surprised me was their defense. AD, once he put the ball on the ground, stripped every time basically.
Yeah.
They're playing good defense.
They got an
Yeah.
athletic team. They could be really good.
That's what Levine can learn from Lonzo and DeRozan. Levine can become a strap. He's got all the tools.
Oh, yeah, he's got all the
Yeah,
tools.
He
everything
might have to get a
he's-
little bit stronger, but you don't want him to lose the shot, so
No.
you could live.
Oh yeah.
When you're that athletic, bro, you don't got to be fucking
You don't gotta- you don't
too
gotta shoot it.
strong.
Yo, I think
He
I don't know if the
jumps.
announcer said it, but maybe kids on social media saying like, is he better than Booker?
Who?
Levine?
I love Devin Booker.
I think
He's better than
I
Booker.
love Devin
no,
Booker.
I agree.
Not yet.
I
Not
agree.
yet.
Zach, not yet. I wouldn't.
I think so.
He's not.
He'll get there.
Booker is
Yeah.
better. Again, Booker has the pick and roll over him, and Booker has
The
the
jump
mid range
shot.
over him.
And the
But he
three-point.
doesn't. Levine has the 3-ball. Levine has the
Over
slashing.
Booker?
Levine has the defense. Yes,
Levine?
and rebounding.
I think it goes back to the
Well,
conversation of
rebound,
if you
yeah.
put Booker on a team and Levine on a team, who's going to bring you farther?
Booker.
I don't know.
Booker.
I
I don't know.
think Levine, bro.
I think Booker will.
Booker.
I
If
just
you
think
can
he
s-
has that fourth quarter,
tough-
like he could hit that
Yeah.
The
shot.
tough thing with Levine is, though, dude,
Levine.
no matter if you get your hand in his face, he is so high off the ground when he gets that jump shot where
Booker
it's
gets
already
your
over.
shot off
Booker-
in his
yeah.
face.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, like,
But Booker is because of quickness. If you put someone tall in front of him, it doesn't matter how quick he shoots
Who
it.
shoots the
Yeah.
three better?
Has to be Levine.
Levine, easily.
Has to be.
Easily.
I don't
If
think
you
so.
incorporate volume, Levine definitely
Yeah.
shoots a similar percentage or much more. I don't know the exact stat. I can look it up.
Yeah.
If you
But
told me,
I think Levine
one of
shoots
them's
a
gonna
lot
take
more-
shot for me, it's
Booker,
Booker.
Devin
any
Booker.
day
Oh,
of the
Booker,
week.
Booker's
course.
way better mid-range. 3 balls. I'm going.
I'm
Yeah.
going Levine.
I'm going Levine.
Let's bring up somebody who we know can't shoot. Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
He played 32 minutes. He was minus 13. Rondo played 20 minutes. He was minus 3.
First quarter, though, he looked pretty good.
He was, again,
Yeah,
moving,
he-
hitting people in stride, and then
Hitting
he
shots.
starts throwing up
He
shots.
dropped,
You know
he
what
dropped
he's
like
gotta
12
do?
or 14 in the first.
What he's
Yeah.
got to do is stop playing with his mind so much, bro.
Yeah.
He thinks
He's trying to
way
be
too much
LeBron.
when he's playing, and he's
Yeah.
so athletic and he's so gifted.
Take
Just
it to the
play-
rim. This is
Just play with your physical ability. Don't use your
You know
fucking
what he
mind.
did in the first quarter? Out of like 12 of his points, drive into the
Yeah.
basket.
He should never shoot.
No.
He is.
Unless he's at the elbow.
He
and
loves,
gotta
like I
beat him.
talked about last time. He loves that bank shot. And that midi. That's
And
a
you
hard
know
shot
he
to
don't
hit.
love you back.
But that's
Yeah,
a hard
yeah,
shot to
bank
hit
don't
though.
be back.
And the type of angle he
The
puts
bank's
that on.
closed
It's a
for the
hard
past
shot
couple
to hit.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
100%.
it's not even a regular midi. He's
door's
trying to
locked.
bank it.
Yeah.
The door's closed.
He should only shoot a jump shot. Like last night, he's at the elbow, and the guy's sitting back because he know he can't shoot. Just take that jump shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he brought up the plus minuses
Which
again.
he did, but
Westbrook could play 25 minutes. Rondo could play 25 minutes. You know who's going to put up the better stat line? Westbrook. But who's going to benefit their team in ways that you don't see on the
Yeah,
stat line more?
exactly,
It's probably Rondo.
Like you were saying back, yo, Westbrook have a triple double with 9 turnovers.
Yeah.
And look,
And all of a sudden, a
it
triple double
looks-
doesn't mean anything.
Nothing.
if the Lakers kept Lonzo, who knows if he is the player he is today? Because like the
Yeah,
Lakers, so much
yeah.
pressure. with playing
I don't think he would have
LeBron.
developed the
No.
way he has at all.
So, just to go back to it, Levine shoots 8 threes a game, and he shoots 38.
Okay.
Booker shoots 6 threes a game, and he shoots 36. So he shoots 2
That's-
less, and he
that's-
shoots.
That's right now.
Yeah, this season. So he's shooting
It's
2
just
less.
That's this.
season.
What's career
He sh-
stats?
Yeah,
Career?
Go to career.
Career stats.
I mean, Levine is hard.
Booker
Yeah, three
Booker
balls.
averages
Thirty-
5.5 a game, shooting 35%. Levine averages 5.4 a game,
Wow.
shooting 39%.
And,
That's pretty
and
good.
Kieran
For a
Hayes-
career, when you know at the beginning, but listen, this is Levine every
and he
season.
just developed that like a
3-point-
year or two ago.
34, 38, 38, 34, 37,
Wow.
38. Last year he shot 42.
Levine.
I still take Booker.
42 on 8 a game.
Levine.
I was-
Yeah, last year.
And bro, he just,
And now this year again, he's at 7 a game,
Yeah.
shooting
his
38.
first 3 to 4 years,
He's a
never
better 3-point
You know what
shooter.
the other thing is too? They're different type of 3-point shooters. Booker's more of a spot up 3-point shooter. Like if it's off the bounce, kick it out to Booker. He's hitting that. Levine's off a screen, pulling up.
And Levine's off the
So-
dribble, off the like.
Yeah, it's
Off
off
the
the dribble.
bounce.
Yeah.
I feel like Levine's bag can get you farther. Again,
Yeah.
because of the teams they're on. Booker, you can help off of others. Booker does not have that. Levine just is a scorer.
they're
You
both-
could send the double. He can go over the double. Booker can't go over the double.
They're both good shooters. You know, they're both.
Oh, I'm not saying they're
They're
not.
both great, but if in my
I'm
opinion,
saying Zachary might be
You're going
top
Booker?
I'm
3,
going-
not 2 or 3.
fourth quarter, 2 seconds left, give it a Booker, let him work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they
With
lost.
3
Fuck
ball,
outta
if you just
fuck
going
outta
3
here.
ball out, 3 ball, who's
The
the better
fuck outta
shooter
here.
though? You
All
think?
right.
What'd you say?
3
Like,
ball.
the
Three
stats-
ball?
Levine or Booker?
Booker. I'm giving Booker, man.
Dude, Levine.
Like I said,
I can see it. D-Book does have the 3-point
Booker the three-point
contest.
contest?
they're different
Was it-
type of
Levine
shooters.
wasn't
for
in
three.
2017.
But the thing that
Nah,
gets
I'll
me
be
though, Kieran,
Levine.
is his first 3 to 4 years in the league, Levine was not a 3-point shooter.
But he
Develop-
shot
now-
shot better than
he's
Booker, who
relevant.
was.
Yeah.
So he was a 3-point
Yeah.
shooter.
But now he's just insane now.
Because the volume just increases. He's
Yeah.
shooting better percent on higher
Yeah.
volume. He only shot 2 threes a game. Now he shot 8 last
I'm
year. He's
surprised he
shooting
never got
7
the
this year.
most improved throughout the past couple of years.
He's always been good. I feel like everybody knows he's good. They
No,
just
but he
can't
finished-
shoot.
Other than his rookie year, he's always been pretty.
But he took his game to a different
But
level.
even
Oh,
his
yeah.
rookie year, to average, they let him play 20 minutes, and he averaged 10 and 4. That's not that bad for a
Yeah,
rookie.
I'm not gonna. When he came out of UCLA,
34% from 3 rookie year is hard.
You ever see the video?
For someone who doesn't shoot.
You ever see the video?
Only 2 a
when he
game.
got drafted by the Timberwolves. He gets up from the table at the draft. And goes,
He was tight. Yeah.
when he came out of UCLA, again, he was a freshman. He didn't do anything his freshman year. Everyone just knew his raw talent, his
Yeah.
way he jumps, and everyone knows the way he
Athleticism.
jumps. He didn't really have a jump shot, and the way he improved is just
But he had the
impressive 'cause
form.
Yeah.
That's the thing. His
Yeah.
jumper was always pretty. It just didn't go
But
in.
what I'm saying is he got drafted off of absolute raw talent, and that happens a lot, and those guys end up being absolute busts.
And-
He worked. He got
But
a
he
shot
like
up.
Max said, you see him with the trainer doing the same exact
Yeah.
thing in the game.
Yeah.
And that's why he's a bucket.
Obviously, he was so young time, but dude, when he got drafted compared to now, he was such a skinny kid.
He was
Yeah.
skinny. He was a twig.
Because he was like, what, 18, 19?
You would think
He was
Chicago
so
for that.
highly rated,
Chicago
yeah.
will turn you to a demon.
Well,
Did you guys see?
you said that clout, Kieran?
No, Chicago.
You said that clout? Well, Chicago.
Chicago,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Chicago, they'll rock with you. Like
Yeah.
they want you to succeed. It's easy to if you put in the work, they will. It's a hardworking city. They want you to win.
It's almost like
Okay,
New York.
we were talking about
It's like Ben
last
Simmons in
episode.
Philly.
Last episode, we were saying there's certain cities that just the players don't play good there. They don't
Yeah.
vibe there, and there's certain cities that like you go there and you improve.
Electric. It's
Because I feel
just
like
the way it is.
Chicago won't bash you, but like
They'll
New York
bash you.
Will
wants
bash
you like
No,
that. But
listen,
they'll bash
What I'm
you.
saying is, if you're not again like Ben Simmons in Philly, they know he's not working on his jump shot. Like again, Levine used to shoot 2 a game. Now he's shooting 8. He's trying.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
trying. So the city's gonna rock with you.
Yeah.
If the Philly will rock with you, Philly rocks with Embiid.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, even though he's bad, he's the only good player on the team. He tries every night. He plays hard. When Shaq criticized him, he said, "You're right. I'm gonna play harder." When Ben Simmons got criticized, I could see the teardrops from
that's
here.
why
I live in
Philly-
New York.
Yeah,
Bro,
you can't do
when
that,
I-
especially in a Philly city like that.
And then complain. They want you to just shoot more. They're not even telling you to make them. They're telling you to shoot them.
When the
Fuck out of
city,
here. I'll go in and shoot
when the
'em.
city you play
I'll give you
for,
5.
their news channel goes, "Oh, we got Ben Simmons leaving the city. It's like a hurricane and the water coming down with a garbage can." And they said, "Oh, that's Ben Simmons leaving the city." That's when you know the city hates you.
Yeah.
Did you guys see how going back to this Lakers Bulls? Did you guys see how AD got ejected yesterday?
Listen, bro.
That's bullshit, honestly.
The way he
Dude,
ejected him, he must
he
have said
was
something.
signing-
'Cause
I
it
mean, you
was
can't see.
it was right away. He got.
He was
pulled.
signing, shooting his ball. He was like, "What?"
Well, yeah, he said something. It didn't even look like AD was that mad. Like it wasn't.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm saying. He didn't look
Listen,
mad.
AD might have
He
said to the
said-
referee, "We got
he
not
said
ask you, get
one
me out of
thing.
There had to be-
Yeah,
there had to be
I'm
one
gonna say
word.
something, you throw me out."
He said
There had to
something.
be
and he
one
got
word.
mad.
I
Oh,
got
it has
check
to
for
be
you.
one word because he tossed him
Yeah.
right away. There was no like, "Yo, calm down." It was
He might have just
Yeah,
he
yeah.
might have just said a word you can't
He was
say.
telling you shoot.
It might have just been that.
It's like a shoe, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
He might have said a word you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
say.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
AD could be a little slick. And speaking of people talking crazy, Cole Anthony said that everybody drafted ahead of him was a mistake, and now he's averaging 26, 6, and 5. The Magic are in playoff contention in the East, and he just scored 29 and 11 last game. LaMelo was drafted in front of him. Killian Hayes was drafted in front of him. Kia Lewis Jr. was drafted in front of him. Tyrese Halliburton drafted in front of him. Is he better than all of them? He said he's better than all of them. He said that
He wasn't at the draft with LaMelo, now, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
he was.
Oh, he was?
LaMelo was
Yeah.
this whatever it was, but Cole Anthony was the 15th pick, and he said that that's crazy that he was the 15th pick, and he averages 26, 6, and 5 now. LaMelo doesn't average that.
Yeah, but let's see if he can keep that up.
Who do the
Dude.
Magic have?
That's the thing, and he's
Like,
averaging
he
that.
could-
Well, so he brought that up to me before we started filming this, and I was like, I didn't even hear about that, dude. Like, he's a New York kid. You would think you would hear about it,
Yeah.
dude. No one knows what happens in Orlando. It's like Vucevic. No one knows what the fuck he's doing.
That's you know,
Orlando's
Chicago,
a
and
dead
everybody knows
city.
top five now.
Unless you're
Yeah.
a true basketball fan, then you know. But
Yeah.
like,
Dude, I played against Cole Anthony in 9th grade. This kid was sawing windmills in 9th grade. I was like, yo, this kid's gonna be
And
solid.
did you ever see a beat of sweat?
No.
he dropped 29.
Dude, he was doing whatever he wanted.
He dropped 29 against the Hawks last night.
Yeah, 29 and 11.
Bro, those because I clicked on that game on my app, like, and there was like 3 minutes left in the first. He had 0 points. He probably went off.
Listen, but again, you're playing against probably the best point guard in the East, Trae Young. Who's better than him? Oh, Harden. But Harden is a different. I'm saying again in that young conversation,
Trae
he's
Young.
saying he can play with
Yeah.
Trae Young. Is
Yeah.
what he's trying to say. And Trae Young gives you 30 and 12, but he's giving you 29 and 11.
If Cole
But the thing is,
And last year-
Cole shoots a lot. He's got his percentage has to get
The
better.
thing is,
He's just
though,
a lot of
if
volume.
he plays like a
He
top
shoots a
team,
lot,
if he,
Listen, his rookie year, he shot 40%
but yo,
for
if
3.
he plays a
Did he
top
really?
team in the East,
Yeah,
though,
on how many you shoot a game?
Who do the Magic have? Because if you're the best player in the
per
team,
game.
of course you're gonna do whatever you gotta
rookie
do.
Wagner, they have.
Rookie, like,
I mean,
all
dude,
these
listen,
guys-
if you're putting up 26 a game, it doesn't matter where
Oh,
you're playing.
correct,
You're
yeah.
putting up
The
26 a game.
Like he's playing good right now,
great,
but
but
say
who
he
got-
faces a good defense team like the Heat or the Bucks, like
Nah,
he's
he's
not.
Oh, listen, he
He's not
shot
putting numbers up
he
like
shot
that.
4 threes a game his rookie year. He shot 34.
Yeah, it's
Now he's
upside.
shooting 8 threes a game, shooting 40 this season for 14
Good
games.
for him. Let's-
Again, it's 14 games in. I do think, like I said,
It's still early.
Really early.
I've seen him play since 9th grade.
A talent.
He's talented. He's athletic.
Imagine
and
he was like
again,
3 inches bigger though.
Pause.
I mean taller.
What is he, 6'3"?
I don't know why. He's
Yo.
smaller.
He's like 6'2".
Yo, I think he's 6'3".
Height wise.
He's 6'2".
6'2",
plus.
yeah.
But
I mean,
he's built. Like he's a athletic
yeah.
guard.
And again, like
He's
when you have
not
that athletic
SGA
ability-
6 whatever. He's
Yeah.
a Cole Anthony
I was
6
talking to him
whatever.
on Twitch. I almost bought shoes from him.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I think Cole Anthony is. I think
He's talented enough too. He is.
I think
It's a perfect place.
The finals is today. You need a point guard right now. Would you take him over LaMelo Ball? If you need a point guard right now to play on the Nets,
No.
I'll
No.
take LaMelo.
Here's the thing, though. You hear about LaMelo so much more.
Yeah, here's
Like,
his
What,
name.
you
I'm
don't
not
have these
gonna lie to
numbers?
you. I haven't watched him play at all this year.
No,
So
but
I don't know how
but
he
if you're
got.
talking about
I've watched this game a lot.
I would take LaMelo just like not even because of hype, because like he gets.
You know what it is?
He
Probably
gets
just the
people
name,
involved,
man.
bro.
It's the name.
He gets-
His name is
what do
What's he having? 5 assists?
7.
He's having 26 and 7.
Who?
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No,
LaMelo.
LaMelo.
Oh.
Cole Anthony averaged 6 though.
LaMelo's averaging.
He's averaging 26, 6, and 5,
19,
and 5
7.
rebounds.
7.
But like also like example, even though
that's crazy.
Kieran,
Like,
even with
LaMelo averages 19, so he's scoring
but Kieran,
7 points more. He's
With-
got 1 less assist.
But Kieran, with LaMelo though, like even though it doesn't count as assist, it's almost like a hockey assist. Like he'll make that pass that will lead to another one.
I gotta start watching
Like
Cole
that.
play because
Yeah.
He's and again, like we say about the pace, like we said last year, will Cade Cunningham adjust to the pace? That's Cole Anthony. He's controlling the game. He's getting buckets.
Yeah, last year he wasn't doing that at all.
I don't know. I watched Cade's highlights the other night. I don't know.
He scored 25 last night.
Kate did.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad game though.
Oh, because they were getting blown out.
Yeah, a shitty game, but he did score 25. Didn't shoot any threes
I
though.
hit the over in that game.
Wait, going back.
25 on 10 layups.
Dude, going with like LaMelo. Hold on, Miles Bridges, bro. He's balling.
Miles Bridges is
He's
good, but he
Miles
doesn't fucking
Bridges.
shoot.
He's
though.
working for that contract.
Miles Bridges is balling.
He must be in the lab shooting fucking threes.
'Cause,
That's all
dude-
he does in the game now is shoot
Yeah.
threes.
He takes a couple shots a game.
He's
I'm like,
got
yo,
tunnel vision.
What
Yeah.
are you do? Yeah, he does. I'm like, what are you doing? And
Obviously, they're
sometimes
telling him
goes
to.
in,
But because again, as soon as he touches the ball,
Wants
again,
to
like you
shoot.
said about
Yeah, he's
Levine,
going
he
up.
wants to be a Levine who can shoot over everybody. But he don't.
Listen to this. You know, we were talking about the rookies the other night between like Scotty Barnes and Mobley. I stopped looking at my phone maybe 4 minutes into the fourth. Mobley was shooting 0 for 11.
Oh,
It's just one game. It's just one game.
You
I'm
know
just
what
saying.
that is?
No, I'm saying it's one
That's
game.
a Nick Curse. Right
That's
there.
the Nick Wright talked about.
I started talking about
No,
it.
and I was.
I
He's
noticed
he's
that.
hurt for like 4
I don't know what he
listen.
finished with.
He's hurt
I
now?
noticed that,
Someone's
but
hurt.
he
Mobley's
had a
hurt.
good game. He did have a good
Oh,
game
no, yeah.
because I looked. I'm about to pull up the stats right now.
No, I'm not.
He had like 8 rebounds, 3 steals,
Oh,
2
yeah.
blocks,
Like I said, he
5
impacts the game in
assists.
so many other ways.
That's
No.
the difference.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's amazing. I was just bringing that up because it was so funny how we were like you were hyping him up,
It's a Nick Curse.
and then
I'm
like
telling
the
you.
next game.
He's
It's
out.
like, dude, like if I bet on
What do you
Brady
finish that
every
game with?
game, he would suck.
I'm about to look right now.
Let's see what he- But he's out for two to 4 weeks with an elbow injury.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he wasn't hitting
The
shots.
Nick-
Listen, he was -8.
It's
He had
unbelievable.
1 point. He made a free throw.
Who do you hate in the NBA right now? Talk about him.
Dort, whatever his name.
Dort.
All right, listen, that guy. I don't even want to bring him up. He's fucked
He dropped
for the
20.
past couple weeks. On what?
Finally.
30 fucking
Yeah,
shots?
he dropped 24 games in a row.
Wow. So would I. So would I. If you gave me that many shots, just say, "K, every time you catch it, shoot it."
What did Mobley finish with?
1 point, but
I don't bet the NBA.
he had 1 point. He missed 11 shots. He went 0 for 11. But he has 9
Actually-
rebounds, 5 assists,
He-
2 blocks.
He shoot any threes that game?
0 for 2. What I'm saying is, again, if you can give me 10 rebounds and 5 assists and 2 blocks, that's good enough for a contender.
Lou Dort?
No,
As
Evan
long-
Mobley.
as
I was
long-
gonna say,
a
what
rookie?
the fuck are you talking about?
Like that's
No, fuck
that's
Lou
good to
Dort.
see though. That he
Lou
was-
Dort, we have beef, bro. I used to message
Danny
you
Green,
heavy.
you too, buddy. I know you like Danny Green, but Danny Green, I'm gonna say it again. Fuck
I think
you.
Danny Green is
Dort,
good at
you
basketball.
might
That's all I'm
body
saying.
my ass, but if I catch you with one punch, it's lights out.
Shit, whoop his ass.
You're the strong
I've been talking
motherfucker.
about Mobley real quick. I was thinking after last time that going back to like this the rookie of the year real quickly. When was the last time a center won a rookie of the year?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about Mobley. We were talking about him. I was thinking, when was the last time a center won it?
But if you think about it, though,
I remember Sarge was
no,
in the
but
race for it.
Nick, if you think about it with Embiid though, he didn't play the year he got drafted, so they counted it a year after as rookie of the year.
Yeah,
But like,
it's rookie of the year.
I want Mobley to win it, but a center win it again. When was the last time? We're gonna find out.
I mean, the center we just
I think
had.
that's gonna be one of the closest races like this year and a
Yeah.
rookie of the year that we've seen in a while.
Because again, you just have all these different storylines. Whereas again, like you have the Jalen Green, who's the G League. You have the Cade Cunningham, who's the Luka of there, and then you have
Yeah.
the Mobley, who's the big, and then you have
Dude,
Scotty Barnes,
I'll
who's
tell you
like
what.
that
I
Kawhi,
kind
new
of thought
age.
that draft class. When I saw that draft class, I'm like, this might be one of the worst, but it actually
I was just
turned
gonna say,
out
I'll tell you what,
pretty
in
good.
3 years, I think people are gonna look at the draft class and be like,
Yeah.
wow.
Karl
this is a
Anthony
fucking
Towns
good
Did you
Karl
think?
Anthony
Did you
Towns.
think at all it was gonna be a bad draft class?
I didn't think it had a lot in
I
it.
thought it was
Blake
like
Griffin.
bad
Embiid
for
didn't
the
win rookie of
recent
the year.
years.
Yeah, for the recent years.
What?
yeah.
Mobley's a center, pure center.
Embiid didn't win rookie of the year.
He
Oh, he
win it.
didn't?
No.
A center though, powerful like.
Karl Anthony Towns won it in 2016.
Yeah.
I thought Embiid got it the year he played,
Yes.
which was 2
No,
years
that
after
was
he
Ben
got
Simmons.
drafted.
Blake
That was
Griffin.
Ben Simmons.
Blake Griffin.
But
Blake Griffin sat out.
Yeah,
when
he's
he
got
got
a
we're
center.
talking
and he
about
still
full
won
out
rookie of the
center.
year.
He's
Full out
like,
center.
he's saying a true center.
true
Like,
center.
center.
Dwight Howard in
Mobley-
2009.
Karl Anthony,
center,
Karl
right?
Anthony
He's a
Towns is a true
Yeah.
center when he was rookie. He didn't shoot a lot of threes.
last time was 2005.
Is he listed
Who
as
the hell
center
is
or
this?
power
Emeka
forward?
Okafor. You know
Okafor.
Emeka Okafor. He was
Oh,
nice on the
Okafor.
Oh
Bobcats.
no, Emeka Okafor.
He averaged 15, 10, and an assist.
Emeka
Are you talking about
Okafor.
You're not even talking about Jahlil Okafor.
No,
Emeka Okafor back in the day on the Bobcats.
I thought he.
You know who Emeka Okafor is, bro? He was nice in
You said
college.
Bobcats?
Yeah, back in 2005, he was nice.
That was the last time I sent him.
2005.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
5 years old.
No, but you've seen I'm telling you, if you saw him play, you know who he
That's
is.
the last time a center won
That's wow.
a Rookie of the Year. Carl Anthony Towns, he was a power forward. He played at center, but
He is listed as a
center
forward.
Really can't shoot
Yeah.
a jump shot.
Center.
Andre Drummond, like, is he
Yeah.
whatever, like, like that?
That nigga sucks.
Andre
Damn.
Drummond. Was he on the Lakers?
I don't know where he is now,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, traded.
Sixers.
I don't know where he is now, man.
Andre Drummond.
So yeah,
Dude, that guy last year in the Lakers, I think a couple player props from him. Dude, you're 7'2", you weigh 280. Get a rebound.
Oh.
Dude,
And when he grabs a rebound on the offense,
There
he
was-
tries to lay it up. Dunk that shit.
There was a year on Detroit where he averaged like 16 rebounds a game.
Dude, Give me that height.
Because they miss so much.
I'm posterizing anybody.
and he's known for his rebounding. That's and he's just, I don't know.
So yeah, we talk about again just the East because really the East has been terrible. So but now the East is really heating up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Celtics Cavs played last night.
Ugh.
Ricky Rubio drops 28. Darius
Nice.
Garland scores 17. Seti Osman scores 26. Isaac Okoro gives you 3 steals, and he's guarding the ball handler. Pause. So again? Nick was talking about the Cavs, but they lost to the Celtics, but they were low key whooping the Celtics ass.
Oh yeah. it's
And the
close game.
Celtics were getting good buckets here and there, but like they weren't
The last-
good buckets.
You know,
like
That's
this-
who I fucking hate.
I
You want a
was-
player I hate? Jason Tatum. Suck my
Yeah, you
dick.
gotta chill with that, bro.
No.
You can't talk shit about Tatum. You
Listen,
No.
he puts up.
can't talk shit about Tatum
Oh,
in
hold
front of
on.
me.
Tatum.
Hold on.
He's
I
another
watched
James
the
Harden.
game. I watched the game. This guy took 25 shots.
You know the James Harden.
Right? He was 6 for 25.
Bro, he needs Jalen Brown back.
Bro. He had Jalen Brown. This is the beginning of the year.
Oh,
6
Oh, he's
for 25. He missed 3 shots to win the game, tie the game in the last minute. He bricked
Yeah, you
every
never had
shot.
a bad game.
Kieran.
Fuck you.
You never
Like
had a bad
that.
game.
That
Oh,
cap. that,
no. It's happened like 3 straight
that
times.
Celtics Cavs game was such a close game. But then with 2 minutes left, it was just a couple turnovers that made it look like they won by 8.
But like,
I
listen,
think
because the Celtics supposed to be top tier and the Cavs supposed to be
dude.
bottom tier.
Celtics.
Celtics
Tell you right now,
suck.
Celtics are not making
They
playoffs.
suck.
They need
If anything, they're making the
somebody
play
to be
in.
a leader.
I hate
If
them.
anything, they're getting the play in. They're not good.
Horford gets respect, but Horford is not who he used to be.
The Jazz,
No.
not at all.
I'll tell you what, dude. If you have Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, how are you not top 3 in the East?
They don't have a leader. They're
You know,
kids.
you know,
Did
you know
you
the
hear-
problem
It
is
don't
that?
matter.
It
though.
does matter.
Did you hear about what like Marcus Smart said about both of them?
I was just about to say something
Yeah.
like that. You know what it
Mark-
is? That locker room, I think, is done.
It's toxic. I think it's toxic.
It's
man.
been toxic. It's been toxic ever since
I
Kyrie
think,
got there.
I think it's
Kyrie
toxic because they don't fit
fucked
together.
that
Oh no,
whole
They
yeah.
don't
I,
fit
for
together.
some reason, I thought you said Kemba for a second. Yeah, Kyrie. When Kyrie got
When
there.
Kyrie got there, everyone number one hated Kyrie. Kyrie hated everyone.
Yeah.
Ever since then, that locker room has been a shit show.
No, because they would not. Because again, what Kyrie wanted to do was what he's doing now. Kyrie wanted to say, run your offense through these kids, and then when you need a bucket, I'll give it to you.
That's not true. I
And
completely disagree with that.
How do you play in Boston? How do you play in Boston?
He number one, he got hurt in the playoffs during the regular
That I
season.
can't argue.
He literally tried ISO and wouldn't get Tatum and Brown involved. That was the problem. It
But
was
then yet again,
all about him.
They're doing the same thing now. The Celtics are just 2 players that do ISO ball. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
but Jalen
But
Brown-
that's what they did when Kyrie was there. It was literally just Kyrie.
That's
Why,
what-
why do you think Tatum broke out as soon as in the playoffs? That playoffs is when Jason
Yeah.
Tatum broke out.
Posterize
As
LeBron.
soon as
Too bad
Kyrie was
LeBron
hurt.
fucked his year up.
Yeah.
But as soon as Kyrie was out, he was a guy.
That's why
And
the
you know,
Celtics aren't
he
winning
put
shit.
numbers
Listen,
on
I'm a
it.
big Kyrie Irving fan, but I think that Kyrie Irving was not comfortable in Boston. I think that Boston
No.
He wasn't.
is not a
I
good
think so.
environment for again like those ice. Again, when you got Paul Pierce, Ray Allen running, Kevin Garnett running a system, Boston is great.
Yeah.
When you have ISO ball players like that, they don't work in Boston. When's the last
No.
time an ISO player's worked in Boston?
I don't
No.
think
Kyrie-
I'm
ISO
not-
in
I'm
general,
not
I
a
think,
fan of
man.
No,
Kyrie.
that's not true because Harden had so much success. ISO. You can't say it's the ISOing because Harden had so much success.
That-
KD
that
had
was
so
a
much
foul call,
success.
bro.
and
I'm not,
OKC.
I'm not a fan of Kyrie at all. I don't think he's a winning player at all. Getting at that big shot.
Not even that shot. You don't think that whole series,
I-
even
I-
in
I
that
don't-
wild
let me
shot
let me
in general,
break this down for you. Let me break this down.
he
for you.
never ran from the
Let me
smoke,
break this down.
and he held his own against the top defender all time.
Kyrie before LeBron got there, how many years was he in Cleveland?
2.
2? They were the worst team in the league one year and one of the worst teams.
They
the
drafted
next year.
Anthony Bennett the next year. They didn't give him.
It doesn't matter.
You
It,
could have
does,
drafted
it
somebody better
doesn't
than
matter.
Anthony Bennett.
One of the
If you're that good,
If your second best player is
Hold-
Anthony Bennett,
hold on.
you need help.
But dude, we're talking about LeBron.
Yeah, let me get to my story. So those first 2 years, they sucked, right? John Moran comes in the league. Who did Memphis have?
A better squad than Cleveland had when Kyrie got drafted.
Who did they have?
I can tell you.
What'd you say?
I'm
Who did
sure
Memphis
Valanciunas was there. Valanciunas is better than Anthony
And
Bennett.
Valanciunas is.
Dylan Brooks.
You would
If
rather
he's
run
a-
pick
if-
and roll with Valanciunas and Anthony Bennett.
Dylan
If he's their
Brooks, Jaren
second best
Jackson.
player, Jaren Jackson wasn't there when he first got drafted.
I think I drafted the same draft.
He was hurt.
When John
Oh,
Moran
he got hurt?
drafted.
He was hurt. So
Who-
then
who did Memphis
LeBron
have?
comes. LeBron comes. That team is instantly changed. They win the title. Whatever.
Because Kevin Love came.
He goes to Boston. What did Boston do? Nothing.
Because that's when Kyrie became psychotic.
Yeah,
No,
but I'm saying,
I think that
my
he
argument,
realizes
I don't think
he's
Kyrie's
not
a
who he
winning
used to
player.
be.
I think he's a
He isn't.
cancer. I think he's like an
He is.
OBJ
He's toxic.
in the
Well,
NBA.
Yeah,
I think he's a
toxic,
cancer to the locker room.
He's toxic.
I think that I don't think he's a cancer to the locker room. I think that when you expect him to be someone he's not going to be that. He's not the guy to raise Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That's not him. That's LeBron.
That's what
He's
winning
not a leader.
players do.
He's not a
though.
leader.
No, because players win without.
Yeah,
Kawhi was
I
that
don't
guy when
think
he
I was
won.
either.
No, Kawhi's not worried about developing Siakam. He said, "Guys, get out of the way, and I'm a score," and it worked.
Kawhi was able to do it himself, but Kyrie was never able to do
When
it
Kyrie was
himself.
playing on the Nets by himself, he was carrying.
I know this is.
Did they win anything?
He got hurt.
But
But
the
they
thing
didn't
is
win it.
now,
I'm
though,
saying he never proved anything without LeBron James. He never won without LeBron James.
You're not wrong, but LeBron James has never won without a D Wade or a Kyrie.
But I think this year.
And I
though,
love LeBron James.
LeBron made it to the finals.
LeBron made it to the
With-
finals with a shitty
with
Cavs
I'm
Bron-
team.
not comparing
honestly-
LeBron to Kyrie. Don't get me
Like,
wrong.
let's be honest. That team that LeBron played with in like 2008 was without LeBron the worst team probably ever.
Yeah,
They were
Mo
that bad.
Williams, the second best player.
Yeah, like, no,
Valanciunas,
literally.
not
Like, that bad.
Igauskas.
Igauskas.
It's
That's
not
just
freaking
Mo
second.
Williams, bro. That was the
But that's
second
what I'm
best
saying.
player.
Like guys like KD,
The
like
thing is-
they make their teams good. It doesn't matter who's on the team.
I'm not saying Kyrie is
just
them.
a losing
I'm saying
player.
I don't think he's a losing player. I think he's a I think he's a score. I think he's a Kawhi Leonard. I think
He's
he's
a good scorer.
But
I
the
think
thing
he's
is,
a mellow.
think
but-
Your job is just to score, not to be a point guard.
But
I think they
Kawhi-
try to make Kyrie a point guard, and he's not.
Kawhi is a winning player.
You go to show how
Kawhi
much.
and Kyrie are both wings.
Kawhi
On
could be
offense.
by himself.
Has he?
Kawhi could.
The only time he won is when you got Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry helped Kawhi a lot.
Oh yeah,
I don't think Kawhi.
You just how much years ago was that? 2 or 3 years ago?
3.
3 years ago. So last episode you said Kyle Lowry's old. He can't play
Siakam
defense
played
anymore. What
great
is he?
that
He's a
finals
bottom
year.
tier point guard. In 3 years, it's that big of a difference. He's a top tier point guard.
I'm talking about offense
Yeah, but you said he's a
Siakam
bottom
was
half.
busting people. Like that.
because Kyle Lowry does
That's
not.
all playoffs.
Kyle Lowry
That's when he was
now.
first coming up.
Because listen,
That
the
was his
game
best
is
season.
Talking
different.
about
now.
when they won the ring.
that was one
Yeah.
of his best seasons in the playoffs.
Yo,
But-
Van
but-
Vliet was
but
a monster,
you-
bro.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Van Vliet
Van
was a
Vliet is a
monster.
deep.
But
Van,
again,
who's
they
better
would-
right now,
who
Van
would
Vliet or
ever-
Lowry?
And that's the best Siakam
Right
ever
now-
played. in
Van
his career.
Vliet.
I would take
That
Van Vliet right
playoffs.
now.
So they were both there.
Van Vliet was good.
Yeah, but again,
Would you agree that
before
playoffs, though,
Kawhi
Siakam
got
was the
there,
best he's ever played.
Yeah.
did Kyle ever win with
Went to the
DeRozan?
spin move.
Kawhi Leonard's better than
basket
DeRozan.
spinning.
Yeah, but I'm
They're
saying,
the same players. Kawhi's better at it. That's why they won. That was the hump.
But
they
he
needed.
elevated
defense.
them to win.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
not
I'm
with his
saying,
leadership. With his
Well, Kyrie's
scoring
going to do that
and
this
his
year, though.
defense.
But you could lead. You could lead by example on the court. It's not just all leadership in the locker room and stuff. That's what I'm saying. He's
I think-
everywhere he's in. San Antonio, he won. Obviously, that's one of the best teams of all time. But Ginobili was old. Tony Parker was old. Tim Duncan's last season. Those guys were all old.
I mean, let's get
You're not
straight.
wrong.
Still won.
Kawhi and the Raptors won it because that whole Warriors team went down.
Oh, you're not
Let's be
wrong.
real.
They still won it.
I know.
Still won
I'm
it.
just
So
saying.
Kawhi
down
hit a
to that
big shot
point.
already.
They
With-
still
with-
beat teams before that.
With
Boston.
DeRozan, did they ever get even close to that point?
Because LeBron stopped them.
And listen, the real thing was beating the Sixers, and they did it. You know what I mean? That was the
Yeah.
real
Big
challenge.
shot.
Beating the
Right-
Warriors without any
right
of their
around the
players,
world,
that
that
was the
shot.
hard
Dude, I
part.
think Kyrie's going to show how much like.
What I'm
he's
saying is
missed
you
when he comes
can't
back.
because again, like what I'm saying is
But
Kyrie as a
he's-
player,
has to
Nick.
come-
How
he
much
has to come
more?
back.
How much
He has
more?
to
do
come
you-
back 'cause he's-
Again, I get what you're saying about it. Right? You're talking about the right now. You don't think he's a winner. What I'm saying is,
I never thought he was a winner.
you don't think in Cleveland when again LeBron wasn't the closer, it was Kyrie who was the closer.
think
You
Kyrie's
don't
a
think
winner.
that's a winner.
I think
If you
Kyrie's a
don't have
winner.
LeBron James,
Being
that
a-
team sucks. That's what I'm saying.
I think without Kyrie Irving, that team doesn't suck,
They're not
but
winning
they're
the
not
finals.
winning the finals. Kyrie gave you
Nah, I think
40
the
in the
team
finals,
still- I think
Nick.
the team still
40 in the
qualifies.
For some
finals is
reason,
hard.
I feel like if Kyrie
40
wasn't
in
like
the-
the drama
you-
queen he is,
listen.
I feel like you're not saying that though.
Winners,
I've never
Yeah,
liked Kyrie
yeah.
ever.
losers do not score 40 in the finals.
Again, you're never beating that Warriors team without two guys that could take the ball and get to the crib.
Yeah.
But how can someone who averaged 30 in the finals be a loser? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't add up.
Because, like I said,
Listen,
he
we all
goes to
got different things.
Boston,
He's a
they don't
winner.
do anything.
I-
Without LeBron, he didn't do anything.
But that doesn't replace
That
what he
doesn't-
did.
he-
So who would you say is a winner? Tell me
LeBron?
no
LeBron.
point like players similar
Point
to him.
guard?
Like
Steph
players
Curry.
similar to him.
Steph
Steph Curry's a winner.
Steph Curry's
Shaq
better
could
than
do it without
Kyrie
Kobe.
Irving. That's completely correct. What?
Shaq couldn't do it without Kobe.
Yes, he could.
Yes,
Yes, he could.
Win a chip.
No,
The
he
league
could've
was
won a
different
chip.
back then. The
Shaq
league
would've
was
never
different
won a
back
He
chip
then.
would have never won a
Kobe
chip
needed
without
it.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe
Nowadays-
Kobe did.
now-
He did.
They
He
needed
did.
each other.
Yeah.
Nowadays
Kobe
in the
should win
NBA,
without
you
Shaq,
need-
and Shaq did win without Kobe. They did.
He won with a prime D Wade basically.
Dude, and
Coming off
Shaq
prime.
was like the third best player on that team.
But the common denominator is they needed Shaq.
No, that's not
They
true.
needed Shaq on
I
that
love
team.
Shaq, but Shaq, you're kind of a dick sometimes.
Shaq in a voodoo.
Kobe won you your rings, and so did freaking Dwayne Wade. I mean, Shaq played great
Prime
with the
D Wade
Lakers,
was
but
That's Shaq was the only reason why Shaq left Orlando was because of the money. They
Yeah.
wanted to. They were all in on Penny, which
Yeah, that's
I mean, what am I saying? If either way, if they didn't didn't have each other, Kobe or Shaq. They weren't.
They need
winning,
each other.
Yeah.
Kobe and
just saying.
Shaq.
So
need each
tell
other.
me a player who's a
Kobe
winner.
did
Who
prove.
Ready?
who
I'm saying
played
Shaq
who
talks
does
a lot of
Kyrie's
shit.
role the right way?
Steph.
Steph.
I think Steph is a different role
There's
than
only-
Kyrie.
there's
I
only
think
a
Steph
few-
is a point guard. Like Steph is just Steph might
both
be the
the
best
same.
point guard ever.
They're
You know what I'm
both-
saying? That's
they're
different.
Both point guards. I would.
Okay,
and
Steph
on my
Curry's
list,
better. I'll give you
on
that.
my list, there's a list of, and again, not only I'm saying Kyrie isn't a winning player. I'm saying he's a cancer to a locker room as well.
I
You
agree
think
with
he was
him.
a cancer in
I
Cleveland?
think he's. I
I
think
agree.
anywhere
Towards
he
the end of
goes, he just
Cleveland,
brings
that's it.
bad
agree.
energy wherever.
That last
he
year in
goes.
Cleveland, that was it.
Yeah, that was
I
it.
agree.
Then ever
And
since
him and
then-
LeBron didn't leave on good terms at all.
You don't
And
think
he
him
goes
and the
to-
Nets are
I
on
think
good
he goes
terms?
Him and the Nets.
Dude,
he's
he's
No, no,
like,
him-
he's home right now, bro.
Him in the front
been there for
office
2
of the
years?
Nets, but the squad, I think he's good with.
That's what I'm saying. He's always in it with someone, bro. He's always causing problems somewhere, anywhere he is.
Yeah.
There's always a
The
problem.
way he is just weird. Like, yo, like you see what he posts.
But I don't think he had a problem in
does.
Cleveland.
On
Now,
social media,
at the end he did, but I'm saying in the prime, I don't
how
think
he
he had a
became
problem
like
in
that.
Cleveland.
Because
I
how
think his
good
teammates
he was,
liked
he
him.
was an up and coming player.
Kanye of basketball.
He's still
bro.
so young. He was
Exactly.
20. How old is he?
Exactly.
23.
Listen, he averaged 35 and 4 in
Hold on,
5
hold
games.
on.
Wait,
How long-
that's the thing they lost.
How long was LeBron in Miami?
4 years.
4 years. So he was 4 years before
2010,
LeBron got there,
2014?
not 2.
He
He got drafted the year after.
He went to Miami 2010.
Look up the year Kyrie got
20
drafted.
then I
He
think
got
he
drafted in 2011.
2015.
2011.
Yeah,
And LeBron went back to the Cavs 2015.
Yeah.
2015, so 4 years.
Four years.
So
So
4
4
years. What was the Cavs record in those 4 years?
I guess it wasn't. They were the worst team in the league. I can tell you
Worst
that. I
team
don't
in
need
the
to look
league.
it up.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
What?
I'm saying Kyrie is not the player to take your team to the worst to the best. I'm saying Kyrie is the
No,
player to
but
take your team
again-
from a contender to the contender.
but he's not
Same
going
thing
to
with the Nets
lead
right now.
a
He comes back to the
team.
Nets, they're winning it.
Nick, if he's a cancer to the locker room, why would him joining the team make them better? Everyone agrees if Kyrie comes back, they get better. So a cancer would not make you better.
He's a talented player. But I'm saying, again, the Nets are just too talented to not be good.
I think Ben Simmons
Yo.
is a cancer. He's
Yeah.
he's refusing
I mean,
to
he's
play.
another guy. He's another
Ready?
guy that adds into
This
I
that.
don't
is-
think
yo,
they're the
this-
same.
You could literally put
Said we
I think you're
Cantor
putting
in
them
that
in
same
the-
category.
Yeah, right?
Let's switch it
I
up
think
a
you're
little
putting
bit.
them in the same category.
Hold on. Because Kyrie is probably the third dog on that team. So he can't be a full cancer to a team. When he went to Boston, he was top dog. And when you're top dog and you're a cancer to a locker room, that trickles down and trickles down. Again, like I said, why did Jason Tatum all of a sudden start popping off as soon as he came back? Got hurt. Jaylen Brown, why did he start playing good as soon as Kyrie left?
But when we're talking about
Like,
this is two different sports. We're talking about cancer of a team, two different sports. Odell's
I
true cancer of a team.
compared it. I compared it to Odell.
I'm saying I think Odell's more
I think Odell is
true of a
worse
cancer
because
to a
Odell is
team than
again.
Kyrie
Kyrie's
is.
not sitting doing
It's different.
photo.
Odell's
I
a
like
crybaby,
Odell.
bro.
Kyrie's not beefing with his teammates really. Odell is.
Kyrie, I think, is very transparent about what he like. Again, it's not that he's saying he's
Kyrie
doing,
did beat for his teammates. Boston,
in Boston.
left bad terms
In
with
Yeah.
Boston.
LeBron.
I agree with that. And I agree with that.
I
But
see
listen,
that.
I'm gonna say, like you say, Kyrie's not a winner. Finals games 5, 6, and 7 down 3.
He's a winner.
41, 41, 32.
A winner
A
winner
winner-
doesn't play for the best team. If you're that talented, a winner doesn't play for the worst team in basketball 4 straight years.
I guess so. But then I think about players like again. So Michael Jordan, the best player ever. He didn't. I guess he did score though. He scored.
Yeah.
They didn't win, but he scored.
Now, Kyrie, he did his thing. He
I'm not
averaged
saying he's
25,
Michael Jordan,
But Michael Jordan also was in the playoffs every year.
but he's also negative making the playoffs.
What do you mean?
When Michael Jordan made the playoffs, they were
Yeah, but
negative.
they weren't the worst team in the league.
They were
is what
still
I'm saying.
negative. Like
But they made the playoffs. He got them to the
Those are
playoffs.
stacked.
I get what you're saying, but I think I guess you're right about him being a cancer in Boston. But I think that Boston also needs to take accountability for that
Oh yeah.
because Boston is the low key
It was a
kind of
wrong
shit
shit
show.
show.
now.
Wrong
Boston,
team for him to
Boston
go to.
did not do. I'll admit that Boston did not do.
Because
a
Kyrie
great
left and the
job.
problems didn't leave.
They-
Like you
yeah.
said,
They didn't do well with Kyrie.
it wasn't all Kyrie because
What
the
I'm
problems
saying,
are still there.
This all got started by as soon as Kyrie got there. That's when all these problems started. Like you said, it's partly of it is on Boston. You can't say if an organization has been like that for 5 years now, it's got to be someone on the organization. But it was never like that before Kyrie got
We
there.
got
is what I'm saying.
we got another topic because I feel like we could talk about this for an hour and a half, 2
Yeah.
hours. Straight.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Turn gears.
Yeah.
Switch topics.
Cause,
got
we
Warriors
keep going
Nets.
off of that an hour.
We
man.
got Warriors Nets tonight. Who's gonna win? I need picks.
Nets a cover in -3.
No, who's the winner?
The winner.
Outright.
Nets.
Nets.
Straight up.
They're in Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
What is it, minus?
It's
-3.
just,
-3.
I'm
-3
just thinking like
What
a
are they playing?
gambler right now.
-3 Nets. Nets Warriors.
Straight up.
Oh,
who's gonna
I might hit the
win?
Warriors, bro.
Yeah.
You don't think
Lock it in, put
Curry's
the
gonna
house.
win?
Where did Golden State play last? Does anyone know?
Charlotte. They lost outright.
They played yeah.
They lost. LaMelo. But what I'm
And
saying,
where Brooklyn come from? They were home last game
James Harden fucked with the Pistons.
Home though.
in
No,
Detroit.
away. Yeah, in Detroit.
I might take the Warriors, bro.
Give me the Warriors.
+3, right?
I don't like the Nets, but
I got
Listen,
That's
the
like a
reason I
biased
think
pick,
it,
but
the,
give me
again,
the-
I think the Nets. Again, it all depends on if the Nets
are gonna play hard.
When the Nets look at their schedule, they're either going to say this is not going to be a regular game. They're either saying let's scratch this game, let's let Curry get 60, or let's whoop Curry's ass.
no,
It's going to be one or the other.
I don't like Brooklyn
No,
because
this-
they pick
this-
and shoot.
this-
They
is
shoot,
the-
when
this
they
is the
played the
game to go
Pistons,
off.
they said because everybody was talking shit about James Harden. James Harden said, "I'll whoop your ass today," and dropped 40.
Yeah.
But when he tries, he always James Harden never tries.
They're getting
Except
up
when he
for
was in
this game.
Houston, those first couple of years. But when they were going at it with the Warriors, if he had Chris Paul with him, he might have done it. James Harden, when he tries,
yeah.
has never failed.
Yo, bro, they were up 3-1. If Chris Paul doesn't get
blew
hurt,
it.
they're in the finals.
And that's playing ISO ball against the best team ever.
Yeah.
And he took him to 7. And
Like I
you don't
said-
have your starting point guard. That's tough.
I mean, it was 3-1 when Chris Paul wasn't in, but dude, if Chris Paul stays healthy, they're winning the chip that year. Let's be
Very-
completely honest.
Yeah, Cavs,
Yeah,
Cavs
LeBron
beat them.
LeBron is still moving.
I don't know, bro.
That would have been again one of the
Wait,
greatest
what?
series ever.
Wait,
But
was that
if you
2018?
2017.
2017
Okay.
when they.
If you beat that Golden State team, who was the top dog, you know the confidence you get from that. All right, we beat them. Now we gotta go play the Cavs, who probably aren't as good as the Warriors.
You're
Like
not
that's
wrong.
a confidence boost, bro.
You're not wrong.
I
What
think
I'm
LeBron
saying is
smoked that
who's
squad.
guarding LeBron? Who is
Yeah.
guarding LeBron? That's what it all comes down to.
Look,
LeBron's-
LeBron James Harden.
LeBron might try in the finals. In the finals, he
I
might
don't
try.
know.
LeBron's smoking that rock.
If LeBron and James Harden going back and
Yeah,
forth, who you
he's-
putting your money on?
Oh, LeBron, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But like,
So Steph
I
and
don't
KD
know.
going to be going back and forth tonight.
Basketball's about
You're putting your money
momentum,
on KD.
I'm
We
putting
putting our
my
money on Steph.
money on Steph.
I thought you said Nets.
No,
No,
I
no,
said
Warriors.
Oh, you changed?
Yeah, Warriors,
I got
yeah,
Nets.
change it up.
All right, that's going to be it for the pod. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment. Do what you got to do. We'll
Peace
see
out.
y'all on Friday. Peace out. Be good.
Peace.
SwishPod, nothing but net. Folks, you talking about. What about the flip? Suck my dick.